ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Yellow. Attack, attack. Right side. Right side.
On play action, it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Yellow.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on second and inches. And fights through one man, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 46-yard line.
On second and inches, Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run on first down. It's Williams. Calais Campbell on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run with Travis Homer, the rookie from Miami. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Kansas City touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Check 56.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
At the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
We want this. Tick. Easy. Check three. 22 jet bomber.
Here's Foles. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. A nice pickup there, 19 yards.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
And they're set up better for third.
Gain of 19 and brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Tighten down. There you go.
Now Foles. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 6. at the 8-yard line.
Yellow. 6 man. Check curls. And Rippler.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Kansas City.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Williams looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. On 2nd down now. It's Williams, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's it, baby.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Yellow. Check. Okay, double. Right side. Check 9. 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, "Oh no, I'm keeping my job." But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
65, 65, 65.
They'll drop the throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Easy, easy. 56. Check 56. I'm coming.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook.
Complete to D.B. Westbrook. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
2nd and 3. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw on 2nd and 6, Foles. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill. Let's go, great.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 23 yards for the touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Williams fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and well, the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground with Williams. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Right side, right side.
On the carry, Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary didn't really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. 56. Mike, 50. Hey, Delta. 56. Hey, let's get up.
On the draw, this is Fournette. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our.
Now back to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Ogbah drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Bird to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On second down and 4, Mahomes on target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow. Arsenal 80.
On second and 12, Mahomes forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Wims. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Going on the ground with Homer. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to...
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
What we got? What we got? Hey, Charlie. Watch one. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Right here. 56. Down to hit. Right there. 56. Go with 5-3.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second and 11 now. Foles. Throw right side of the tight end is Shaughnessy. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. A toss running left, Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's back to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Foles. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Foles. Open man right side is Shark. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Pick!
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Exit. Exit.
Where'd he go?
Now Foles. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Foles now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Keep it up.
2nd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Chris Conley. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
This is 3rd and goal, this Chiefs defense. They're giving it all they got.
That's trash.
Here's Fournette. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that. And we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Yellow. On the line. Hey, watch the slant. Jim. 43. Shit.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Kansas City, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.